guys, what's going on? Druzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video, and today we're going to go over the rewards for PvP for me last week, and then go over the voting for today's, or this week's, Team Wars. So, of course, my team did get a win. Of course, we were in Silver League now, so we're up from Bronze. The second place team, by the way, very solid name choice. All right, super mature, 100%. Let's see what our reward is. Hopefully it's a Leggy in this one, but my luck, I doubt it. So just some materials. Let's see to the cards. Get some Smuggler Ike, some Lava, some Labards, some Clyde. Do not get a Leggy, but we do get 5 Tool Sheds and 6 Fast Pass. So both are working their way towards level 6 in the superhero theme. Alrighty then, let's get our request going. Let's donate. Let's get some cows away, because I don't care about them dang moo-moos. But we did recently, if you guys didn't know, 4S Monkey is level 7 for us now. I'm not going to request it because I already have him maxed out. So the next rare card I'm close to and requesting is Cupid Cartman. Coops, because you guys know I like the Cupid Cartman, even though, again, I mean, like, he's not top tier. It's fine. All right, so no one on my team has voted yet, which is kind of weird. I'll be the first one because I don't really care. So let's see what the card options are. We got Smuggler Ike, or we've got Deckhand Butters. I think underrated in Team Wars, even though Smuggler Ike is less energy cost overall. Of course, you can see already the one card to rule them all that is going to piss everyone off. There is a Douglas and Moo-Moos. Brother, I hate this Team Wars already. I would say Deckhand Butters, and the main reason I would say that over Smuggler Ike is the healing is valuable, especially in Team Wars. To have extra healing is just, it's just good. That's pretty much it. Looking ahead, there's really only one tank of value here, which would be either Satan or Coon. And if you don't have Call Girl, what's the point? So, I mean, I guess it kind of just depends on your team, where you're going to go. Dang, some very interesting choices here. I would say probably just because there's really only, I mean, there's technically 2 tanks, because you can look at Satan or Future Randy as a tank, because technically they're both tank cards. So in theory, you have 2 tank options for War Hero Ned, which probably serves better. But the Swarm ability of Amazingly Randy, in my opinion, has more overall value than the fact that Ned could heal 2 cards, where Randy doesn't need to heal anyone, and yet has an ability that essentially will just feed you, extra units, which in my opinion has more overall value. Now, here's where a lot of people would really debate between, is that could you use Aerostorm essentially to eliminate some of the range units that are going to cause you the most problems, or is CM the more viable choice to just deal with some of these very annoying cards that could really, mess you up? I think Aerostorm is less overall cost, but has the potential for more value, in my honest opinion, just to deal with potentially maybe a Douglas into Kyle combo, or just deal with units that maybe are weakened a little bit and kind of finish them off. That's just my viewpoint. I think overall, if you're going to go with Coon, most likely over Santa, then I think your best bet is to go Tupperware. But I think the overall value of Stan the Great, that he's going to eliminate some of the damage output for units temporarily with his charged ability, I think is a little bit better than Tupperware, and he's less cost. And most of the people probably have him to level 7 instead of Tupperware. I have both, so it doesn't really matter to me. I think Lava is an underrated card. I think most people are going to say that Super Fart makes more sense. It's the potential to get Douglas off of New Kid, or Moo-Moos, delay them from being a nuisance to everyone. I think a Lava Wonder Tweet combo, in my last stream, I showcased how that could be a potent combo, even in decently mid-tier legendary ladder. But is it the best combination for Team Wars? Because Lava's so slow in acting and doing what it needs to do, I think Super Fart's a better call. If you're gonna go Coon, the only option here out of these 2 is Call Girl, 100%. But if you're not going to go Coon and you're going to go Santa, which I would say Mint Berry Crunch is the better combo here, just because Mint Berry Crunch provides benefit to everything around it, where Call Girl's real only benefit is to either call Tupperware out or Coon, and that's really about it. I mean, she could get Wonder Tweak out as well. So you're just leaving yourself for more randomness as far as what you're going to summon with her, whereas Mint Berry Crunch doesn't have a downside really, can boost everything, and has a good charge ability. I mean, are you really going to pick Super Craig over Moo-Moos? Like, no. Then the counter to Moo-Moos is Satan. He's a better option, in my opinion, than Future Randy. I like Future Randy. I just don't know how much pushing everything back to then have it come back at you in a more dangerous way. I don't really think that that's really what's needed there. And then in reality, Super Fart just provides a much cheaper cost version of what Randy does, and yet the other benefit of the card really isn't out there, except, okay, it heals a little bit and pushes units back temporarily. Okay, that's cool, but Satan overall is just going to eliminate a lot of problematic things. Of these Douglases, I mean, in my honest opinion, either one sucks. I don't really care either way. Some would argue, okay, go with, you know, one or the other. I think Dwarf Engineer Douglas is probably going to be better overall, because if he gets multiple hits, he's just going to have way more damage output than Barrel Dougie's going to have. Some people try to argue the Barrel Douglas is better overall. I think if you're going to go over the two, I don't want to use either of them, but you know, Engineer is better in my opinion. I think Kyle provides more overall value here than Wonder Tweak does, so that's why I would go with them. And then with this one, it's kind of tricky. So in reality, if you're going with Randy and potentially you're going with Moo-Moos, you have a potential to maybe use Nip Nicole, but I mean, she doesn't have a ton of value because you don't have a lot of swarm units, you don't have a lot of animal units to then get her passive up, basically. So I guess Nellie's just a better option. She can do AoE. Neither unit's going to change the game, in my opinion. So, you know, here we are. And then out of these two cards, I would actually go Santa over Coon. If you're going to go Call Girl, you might as well just go Coon, honestly. But I think Santa with, you know, with, you have a lot of value with Mint Berry Crunch here, with Stan the Great, with Kyle. You know, there's just more overall with Randy, in at least in the picks I chose. I think Santa is a better option than Coon overall. That's my choices for this week's Team Wars. What do you guys think? And would my deck stand up? I mean, the only cards that you could maybe flip back through, I don't think Smuggler Ike's a bad choice. I think even with Santa, you have the potential to get, you know, Smuggler Ike more value, I guess. But again, I think Deckhand Butters is there. And then some might say CM would be a better play than Aerostorm. But again, Satan's going to do most of the work for you, you know, overall. This is a fairly hefty cost deck for energy, is kind of expensive. But I mean, again, Super Fart you can kind of use to cycle a little bit. Aerostorm, again, could cancel a Douglas potentially. So, you know, we'll see. But that's my choices. What do you guys think? Down below, let me know. And yeah, good luck in Team Wars this week. We'll be, of course, either live streaming it or making a video for it when it happens. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.